And this is a topic that, like I said, a lot of people, I'm pretty sure, go through. If not, whatever. So I have been struggling a lot with sobriety and not drinking alcohol, as some of you know. If not, I'm going to obviously start talking about it a little bit more, because now that I'm further along the process, it is a little easier for me to kind of discuss it without being triggered so much, and it kind of, bringing up a lot of other things, whether it's traumatic memories or kind of, I don't know, it's a lot of different things. So I just hit 6 months without alcohol a couple days, about a week ago now, and I cannot believe it. I'm not going to get into that because I already posted a video about this in detail, more so, but I cannot believe it. If you would have told me a year ago, 8 months ago, I don't even know, that this would happen, I would have said, you're funny. There is no way in hell. But the more I don't put limits on myself, the more I realize that I can do anything, as crazy as that sounds. But it is so true. So I have been struggling with the past couple months, getting to that 6 month mark and kind of going back and forth. Now, right before I hit 6 months without drinking alcohol, I started having a lot of bad things happen to me. And in the past, when bad things happen to me, I'm very in tune, very spiritually connected. So if something bad happens to me, I kind of connect it to, did I do something recently in turn with the universe kind of going, and essentially, do I deserve this? Or is there a reason for this to be happening? And kind of connect it that way. I can just kind of see it. Kind of makes me put peace to everything that is happening. But sometimes bad shit happens all the time and there's no reason for it, or just that's what it is. And I have had bad thing after bad thing after bad thing happen. And it's a situation where, am I a bad person because all of these bad things are happening to me, right? Or why would this be happening? And it's easy to go in a spiral, especially with negative feelings and going into a spiral. You sprinkle a little bit of mental illnesses or whatever into that, and it makes it a very fun party. So I've been struggling with bad things, and when these bad things have happened in the past, my coping mechanism has automatically been to drink as much as I can, drink until I don't remember, wake up, be hungover, drink some more, or just start binge drinking to the point to where I wasn't hungover and I was able to do it and I was tolerable, which is pretty scary now. As I've mentioned in previous videos, kind of reflecting on all of this, I do not know how I'm embarrassed for myself and my previous self, and it's just insane. I don't know. I understand now why everyone basically left my life, to be honest. But it is cool to go ahead and turn over a new leaf, and like I've said, create a new foundation for myself. And I've really been excelling with not putting limitations on myself and being able to shoot for whatever I want. So I'm just going to go ahead and explain briefly some of the situations that have been happening, that have been testing me. I don't want to jinx things, so I really don't like talking about it too much, but these literally just happened within the last for the past week, once I was about to hit my 6 month mark, up until just earlier, which is why I decided to go ahead and film this video, because even if you plan for things to go right, as we've known, everything never goes according to plan. So the big things that I want to go ahead and discuss that have happened that would trigger me to drink or cope with drinking are, we went to go buy a car, right? And we had planned this. It's a used car. We did a bunch of research, and we had a previous experience about 2 weeks ago at this time prior, with us buying another car, doing research. Asterisk, we live very, very far, so it is very difficult. It's probably about a 7-hour round trip at least to get to any of these places. So we had spoken to someone, we're all set to go. We're about to drive out to that place, and they said, you can't take this car off the lot. So we were pretty upset about that, but we were happy that we did not make the trip all the way out there to go purchase a car that was not able to be purchased or driven off the lot. But wait, there's more. We thought we avoided that. So a week later, we go ahead, we research another, company, another couple cars, depending on what we want, going back and forth, because it's a big decision and we need the car as soon as possible for many different reasons, as you probably already know. So we confirm everything every day for the week. We're kind of going back and forth with different people. And we basically, even the night before, Alexa texts them and asks, hey, is this vehicle available? And they're like, yeah. So we drive 8 hours round trip to get there. Actually, probably more. I took the day off work. It was a big deal. And we go there and the fucking grill is gone and the headlights are gone. And we it's like, are you serious? I was just kind of like, okay, this would happen. The universe is testing me. At this point in time, I am telling myself, the universe is testing me. Alexa's upset. I am upset. I am trying to calm myself down to say, okay, at this point in time, I can either get really, really upset or not and say, fuck it. So I need to be in control of my mind, because why is this happening, right? So we ended up fighting with them a lot and trying to get through. Now they're supposed to be delivering the car to us, towing it to us because they fucked everything up, and it should be delivered here in a few hours. So I'm sure you will be getting an update as to what happened, because we already paid for the car and it's a big situation. But I am not going to talk about this too much more, because I do not want to give any of those negative vibes into the universe. I want this to be done and squashed with. Okay, so that was the first thing. And I'm telling these in chronological order. So that night, we decided to go to Costco, because that was realistically the only reason that we drove out there, other than getting the car, which, whatever. And then I needed some Puerto Rican food, so we followed a food truck out there, because they are the bomb. I will post their link, because they are fucking awesome. So we go to Costco, and we get a bunch of stuff. They're out of toilet paper, they're out of water, they're out of paper towels, and this is all stuff that we are really lacking in our current town, because a lot of tourists come to our town and like to stock up on stuff. So that was pretty disappointing, of course, considering the distance. But whatever, we got a lot of stuff that we needed, because we hadn't made a trip in a while. We got home really, really late. It was really difficult for me to drive with my sensitivity problems and other things. And we got home. We put everything away. We're exhausted. And 2 days after, we go downstairs and look at the deep freezer, and the setting got fucked up. So all of our food went bad. Hundreds of dollars of food. And at that point, I was like, great, okay, what else is gonna happen? All this shit is happening. Why is this happening to me? Again, testing me. Now, this whole time with all of this happening, since I have moved into this home that we have bought, I have never had an alcoholic drink. Obviously, whether it's here in the house or it's been outside. So that's something that I am very proud of. However, I have, since we moved in here, I have a gallon of Tito. Is it a half gallon of Tito, or a handle? I don't even know what you would call it. A handle of Tito's vodka that is downstairs in the basement that we moved from the other place. So I always have the opportunity to go and to drink if I want to, right? And ironically, the freezer is right there. So, I'm at this fork in the road where I'm like, okay, should I drink or should I not drink? Is it worth it? And I didn't. So, obviously, thank God. So that happened, and I was like, okay, surely something good has to happen. Until this morning, when I wake up and I get a notification that my credit score dropped fucking almost 100 points, because one of my automatic payments never went through, and it was already reported to the credit bureau, and it knocked my 100%. I have never missed a payment ever, and I have 100%, never missed a payment, whatever it's called, and it went to 1%, 99%, and it fucked my credit up really bad, and it was over a mistake, and I just got off the phone with them, and there's nothing that can be done, and I'm just like, are you serious? So, that's something that is really upsetting, something that is out of my control, and I'm at the point of, again, of saying, oh my God, what am I going to do? Because even though I'm 6 months without drinking alcohol, I am obviously lacking the coping mechanisms and the boundaries of them. So why am I telling you all of this stuff? And I guess the other like icing on the cake is the car gonna be delivered tonight? And is it gonna work? So why am I telling you all this? Because the universe always does things to test us, and I have found a way to kind of cope and realize that, everything happens for a reason. Duh, we all know this now from me. But whenever a lot of bad shit happens, something really, really good is about to happen. So I am trying to trust the universe, trust the system, trust everything, and believe that something really good is going to happen. And is it going to work? I don't know, but you're going to find out. So if this has happened to you, or if you've noticed any situations, or if you've been on the cusp of relapsing due to old triggers coming up with reacting to certain situations, please comment below. You don't have to comment specifically what happened with your experience, but you can at least say, me, or like, a friend that, someone also does it. But I really think that, us coming together in the comments to know that we aren't alone, and that this is a very common thing, especially with alcohol and not drinking alcohol. There's a really big stigma in the community because alcohol is so accepted, and drinking alcohol is basically, it's just an association with society right now, to where if you don't drink, there's more questions about that. And that's not right, and we shouldn't be afraid to sober up, or to talk about sobering up with getting riffraff from other people, if that makes sense. So I have a lot of people on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/softservegentleman, and I do talk a lot about different topics like this, and it's easier for people to see in the comments, in the different activity on there. But I don't really have a lot of people here on YouTube that do it, although I have a lot of people that need to see that representation. So if you do feel comfortable, please go ahead. If not, you can hop on Facebook. As always, please contact me if you ever need anything. You are never alone, whether you are relapsing, you're sober, you're trying to get through these things, you don't understand what's going on right now in your life. You're not alone. I can guarantee you I'm going through it, or someone else is. So please don't feel isolated, because I love you. Take care.